All right. So I'm continuing my playthrough of Magic Realm, Amazon through Woodscroll. And we're up to the Black Knight. And Black Knight's interesting. I've actually sort of been dreading this particular character. They're one of the more powerful characters. They're actually very strong, very easy to score a lot of points in. But they're largely about denizen combat. So one of the strategies which is very effective for the Black Knight is taking advantage of your ally, or in this case, because we're using the Knight's Adjustment, your friend, the company. And you're rolling one die instead of two for meeting table die rolls. You can easily hire the company by selling your armor at the inn. And then you take the company, who's a large group of soldiers, and use them to mop up all the other denizens, sort of looting and selling stuff as you go. And so this is a very strong strategy, very effective strategy, but can be a little bit boring in the beginning. And also, denizen combat's very complicated, and I'm not even sure that I can play it optimally. I mean, I'll do the best I can, but I feel like some of these matchups, you could spend a very long time kind of analyzing different combinations and permutations of strategies. And I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be making my best guess as to what the best strategy is for each fight, and we'll see how it goes. So the Black Knight starts with a mace, which is a very interesting, pretty strong weapon, a full set of heavy armor, and a shield. So actually the most heavily armored character in Magic Realm. You're allied with the company, although with the 3rd edition rules that I'm using, that's been adjusted with a Knight's Adjustment down to friendly, and also friendly with the soldiers. I already talked about how they roll one die instead of two for meeting table die rolls. They also have this aim ability. There's some chance the Black Knight could possibly pick up a crossbow. Fairly unlikely, though. Let's give it a shot here. I'm going to fetch inventory from random locations. It's actually probably some amount of strategy here in terms of where you take your shield from. You might want to take it from the groups you're less likely to run into. But we'll just do that for ease. And so we're going to set up VP here. I think the play for victory points is going to be notoriety and gold. And I'm not sure. I think gold might be what you want 3 in. I was playing with 3 notoriety and 2 gold. I think if we want to maximize points, we actually might want to go 2 notoriety and 3 gold. Gold's going to be a little bit easier to come by than notoriety. So let's give this a try. Again, we're just going to be mopping up the denizen groups. Hopefully there'll be enough nearby that we'll be able to go conquer some. I'm going to click go here. We'll see where we start off here. It looks like the valleys are fairly separated. So that's unfortunate. Looks like the soldiers are actually cut off through the caverns here, so we're unlikely to go there. The guard we can get to. Let's see. Yeah, we can get to, I think, by going through Borderland here. And then the order are a hike. So this is not the best setup for us, actually. But we'll try and make it work. So the strategy for the Black Knight, and this is the boring part, is you're going to sell your armor to the rogues here and just hang out and wait for the company to appear. Company is a very strong group of denizens, so we're going to hire them and then use them to kill the rogues and take back all of our stuff and all the stuff the rogues have as well. So that will be how we would start this game off. So basically we're going to start with a trade action where we sell everything. We're going to hide. I'll probably do this for a week or longer. All right, so first we do a trade. Here we're going to sell our shield and our armor. And this actually gives us 34 gold. Hiring the company, if they ever show up, costs 16. So we can, with 34 gold, we can hire them for a price times 1 or a price times 2, which makes it very doable to hire them. And the rest are just hides here. So we successfully hide. That's the end of day 1. And you'll have to, so we're not going to buy drinks because we're hidden. You have to bear with me for the first week here while we just wait for the company to arrive because it's going to be boring. We're just going to throw 4 hides day after day. And we're looking for a monster die roll of 1 here. So day 2 is a 6. Again, we're not going to buy drinks for the rogues. The other good thing that will happen here is the patrol might show up. And that's another denizen group we can mop up. Hey, Zuzadem, always playing the coolest stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's this is a game I grew up playing, and it's pretty obscure, but it's a very interesting board game. It's out of print, but you can play it for free using Realmspeak, which is a Java application for playing Magic Realm. Welcome. So, yeah, this is going to be just kind of a boring, first week or longer, depending on how long it takes the company to show up here. So again, monster roll of 6 isn't going to do it. And we're just going to keep doing this until the company show up here. 4, nothing shows up. They battle us, but that's fine because we're hidden. So we can just end combat. 3, I think that would be the patrol. Yeah, so the patrol will show up. So that's actually a good thing. Another group we can fight and kill. And just multiply our gold. All right. Not buying drinks, not buying drinks. No, not getting lucky here. Keep going. And there we go, finally, monster die roll of 1. So, the patrol will show up. Still not buying drinks. And now we're gonna attempt to hire the company here. So I'm just gonna do record 4 hire actions. The way Magic Realm works is you have to record your actions in advance. So the idea would be you'd have like a record sheet, and if you're playing this as a multiplayer game, everyone has their own sheet. They write their actions hidden, and then you draw an order, and people play their actions in that order. Single player matters less, but it does mean you have to choose your actions for the day before you know what the monster die roll is, so what things are active. Okay, so 4 hires here, and we're going to try and hire the company. It's a base 16 gold, so that's just a sum of the cost of hiring each of these unit types individually. But the company comes together. We're not going to buy drinks. And first hire, we get price times 2. We could try and go for price times 1, but I think I'm okay just spending the 32 gold here, just to make sure we can get the company. So we're going to take that price times 2. And the rest of these we can just cancel. So we've hired the company. All right, so in the evening, we are not buying drinks for either group because we can't afford to. And this is where it gets really interesting. So with buying drinks, so it's a good question. So the patrol and the rogues are both neutral to us. That means we have no relationship with them. So there's some chance that they would battle us. We're at the inn here. You can imagine just they say some words and we get into a fight. If you spend 1 gold for each member of their group, then they for that role, your friendliness goes up by 1, so they would become our friends. In which case, they would not battle us. So you can buy drinks for, if you're trying to hire them or if you're trying to trade with them, and if it's worthwhile. Buying drinks for the rogues, because there's 7 of them, is very expensive. Actually, I think there's 8. Yeah, there's 8 of them. All right, so now we get into denizen on denizen combat, and this gets a little bit hairy. So we have 7 strong soldiers here, and ourselves. We have no armor, so we're gonna have to take a little bit of a risk here. Bribery. Hey, later. Hey, Iggy, welcome. Yeah, I'll put this up on YouTube later if you want to watch it, and on the VOD. So this is where it gets a little bit hairy. I think what I'm going to do is take the archer on my sheet. The archer doesn't actually fire an arrow on this side, so it's reasonably safe. And then if they do flip, then it's it's up to a die roll whether they actually do enough damage to kill me. And if this ends, we'll just start another game. Round 1, the pikemen have range on the great axemen, so this is a pretty good matchup. We'll have the pikemen take these great axemen, who are pretty dangerous, but in this case, the pikemen should be able to handle them. We'll have the crossbowmen take one of the assassins, who are, I think, one of the most dangerous units here. The crossbowman might be able to take out our HQ here with a lucky shot from his crossbow. We can have C5, who's a heavy armored swordsman, take the other assassin, because that's perfectly safe. The most damage that the R5 can do here is medium with 1 sharpness star. The armor removes the sharpness star, so medium damage is not enough to kill the heavy and armored swordsman. Yeah, thanks a lot for the sub, Zuzadem, welcome. So what do we have left here? I think we have this pikeman lure one of these swordsmen. Let's see here. L34 or M43. Yeah, I think we have C1 lure the other swordsman here. That leaves CHQ with R3, which should be a favorable matchup for him. All right, so I don't know if I did this entirely right. There's so many permutations you could possibly do about how you line up, but I think this is correct, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to alert my weapon. It's not going to help me out. I will assign the target as the archer. Select target as the archer. I'm going to take a swing at them. It really doesn't matter how fast it is. Actually, that's not true. I could actually take a swing with the fight M3 here, because on his flip side, the archer has speed of 4. If he does flip, we're taking an arrow, so he might die before we get a chance to swing, but if he misses, then we can undercut and kill him with our fight M3. Yeah, maybe it's worth fatiguing a fight to do that. The rest of these positions really don't matter at all. The enemies are all going to just randomly position themselves, so That's all fine. And I think I picked the correct tactics. All right, let's see if we get lucky here. Okay, we took a wound. We didn't die though, so we did get lucky. So the archer flipped, shot an arrow at us, rolled a 5 on the missile table, so it decreased 2 levels. So it was light, medium, heavy damage, and it went down to medium light damage. So we took a wound. If you rolled a 1 or 2 or 3, I think we would have been killed by that. So it was a 50-50 after we changed tactics there. Unfortunately, this didn't go well. So the R7 killed C1, same speed, but the R7 has a longer sword. The pikemen killed this great axeman. These, in this case, they missed each other. This pikeman undercut and killed Rogue 6. Nothing happened here. The R5 did hit the great swordsman, but it didn't kill him. My crossbowman rolled a 1 and a 3, so actually rolled pretty well on the missile table, dealing heavy damage to and killing the rogue HQ, the rogue leader. And here they missed each other. So we lost 1 and killed 4. So actually that was pretty good. We do need to wound a chit here. First we need to fatigue. Think it matters too much. I guess we'll fatigue one of our fight M4s. We need to wound here, so we'll wound the move M5 from that arrow we took. All right, so we're left with 4 rogues. So now we have to decide. Now it goes by speed, so it gets a little bit more dangerous with the axemen. They have a T3 side, which is very fast. I still think we lure the axeman with one of our pikemen. And we might actually target the axeman with our mace as well. We'll take the assassin with the heavy swordsman. Again, that's a safe matchup. And then we have to decide, we can actually pile up on one of these. And then let's see. L4-3. Trying to decide here. Maybe the crossbowman takes on one of them himself. Let's have the crossbowman take on R3 here. He will undercut the swordsman. And if the swordsman flips, it doesn't actually do enough damage to hurt the crossbowman who's medium and armored. All right, then we'll all pile on R7. Is that? Seems like reasonable play. So actually, we'll lure with CHQ, but then we're going to deploy the 2 pikemen on R7. So we're going to do deployment here. We'll deploy the first pikeman on R7. And we'll deploy the other C3 on R7 as well. Okay, again, this may not be optimal. I think this is okay. I get to alert my weapon because there's no one on my sheet. So I'll just use my fight H6 here to alert my mace. And I'm going to assign assign my target as the Great Axeman. All right, so positioning matters a little bit here. We're just going to spread these out basically as far as we can. So they cover all 3 positions. They are going to randomly reposition themselves though, so it may not matter. These don't matter. And then here I need to put my fight. I need to swing with a heavy fight to kill the heavy Great Axeman, so my fight H5 will work here. All right, let's see what happens. All right, looks like we killed 3 out of 4 of them, and we lost our pikemen. We can actually bring up round summary here. So it goes by range. So the crossman is rolling well here. Actually, rolled a 4 and a 3, which is you take the higher die, which is decrease 1 level. So dealing medium damage to R3 and killing him first. Next, R7 with a 3 speed and with a longer sword, undercut and killed the pikeman. Next, the assassin went with a speed of 3, hit the great swordsman, but didn't deal enough damage to kill him. Next, my mace with a speed of 3 went. My fight H5 overswung it to heavy damage, and I killed the great axeman. Company 2 didn't attack. Company 3 didn't attack and was killed. Next, the company 4, the pikeman, undercut and killed R7. The great swordsman missed the assassin, and that was it. Everyone else was dead. So we're left with just 1 rogue left. So what we can do is we can just pile on this rogue perfectly safely. We just have to make sure we deploy the great swordsman last, so that he'll be the one to take the damage. So we lure with doesn't really matter who we lure with, and we're going to deploy everybody onto R5. Let's go through that quickly. And finally, we have to deploy the great swordsman. So you have to do that last. The way it works is last, if you're deploying multiple natives against a creature or a native, it's the last one you deploy who becomes the target of the native or monster. All right, so we're all piled onto R5 there. I can also alert my weapon. And I'll assign the target. And now we're going to position. Again, I think we're just going to spread everybody out here, so we fill as many boxes as possible. And I'll put my mace in any position, really. And we got him. So you can actually see who killed him. Actually, the crossman is having a really good day. Rolls a 1 and a 2, and gets his 3rd kill with his crossbow. That's really unusual for the crossbowman. He usually misses everything. So that's the end of combat. We're down to 5 company out of the initial 7, but we killed all 8 rogues. So you can see we already have 27 notoriety just from that. And all of the rogues, treasures and horses and everything just spills out onto the ground here. So everything we sold to the rogues, plus their 2 treasures and a bunch of heavy horses. The rogues, of course, have a bunch of horses, because I think because they're horse thieves. So now we just get to spend some time looting as much as we can, and we'll sell that to the patrol and repeat. So I'm going to record 4 searches here. The question is whether we want to worry about the patrol or just buy drinks for them, or I guess we just buy drinks, maybe. And now we're writing orders for the company, the leader of the company. So one nice thing about hiring a native group is the leader writes their own orders. So in this case, the company can record 4 searches, and we can loot this clearing twice as quickly as normal. So company HQ goes first and is going to loot the clearing. There's 10 items there. First finds a horse, finds another horse, finds a third horse, and found the map of ruins. So at the end of the day, we're going to have the company just hand all that stuff over to me. So do a little trade here. We'll add these 4 items and finish the trade. And that's done. And then I'm going to also do four searches here. There's 6 things left. So I found my armor again. I found the Royal Scepter. Oh, that's really very nice. I'll show that to you in a second. Nothing and nothing. All right, so looking at what I have here, the Royal Scepter. So it's a great treasure. We don't have any great treasure requirements, so that's not so interesting. But there's a couple interesting things about it. If you have it activated, you get an extra hire phase. So just an extra, you can record an extra hire every day. Also, you can sell it to the guard, and if you do so, you get 20 fame. Again, I think the guard are really hard to get to this game, because you have to go through. Oh no, it's the soldiers. The guard are not too bad. The guard, you just have to go through the cave in Borderlands here. So probably we'll end up doing that. What we'll do is we'll finish looting here. Sell to the, well, I don't know if I have time to do all of this, but ideally we loot, we sell to the patrol, we kill the patrol, we loot again, and then we make our way over to the guardhouse where we sell to them and potentially kill the guard as well. Yeah, so it's I think we activate some of this stuff. We'll activate this horse. It's a little faster, and this heavy armor. We'll activate the Royal Scepter, might as well. I guess we'll activate the map of ruins. So this gives you a -1 to locate rolls and any ruins clearing. So ruins is right here. It's this hex. So we found a map that would help us find treasures. It would actually help us find this path as well, which could be useful. Not if we're going this way to Borderlands, but if we wanted to go, it's actually not very useful. But if there's treasure locations in here, that could come in handy. All right, so now we have to decide here if we want to buy drinks for the patrol. I think we actually do, just to prevent them from possibly battling us prematurely. We want to be able to, we want PHQ here so we can actually sell everything to the patrol. So we'll spend the 3 gold just for today. We'll get that back. And day 11, we're going to do 3 searches and a trade. So we're going to pick up whatever else we can possibly pick up, and then we're going to sell everything to the patrol before we fight them. We have an extra move phase there because we're riding a horse. That gives us an extra move phase, but we're not going to use that. Company HQ, if they go first, they can search 4 times and hand some stuff over to us. But we go first, so unfortunately we won't be able to benefit from whatever the company HQ finds there. We find nothing, and we're going to sell. Interesting if there is a scholar here too who could sell to, but we would not be able to kill the scholar to get stuff back. So we're going to sell everything we possibly can to the patrol here. And interestingly enough, I'm not sure about the Royal Scepter. I think we want to sell everything else, though. We'll sell all these horses. We'll sell our armor. The Royal Scepter, the danger here is we sell it and then it gets spilled onto the ground when we kill the patrol and we never find it again. So another 8 gold. I think we risk it. Let's go ahead and sell everything, except for our mace, which we need. So there we go. We got 64 gold. And the company HQ is going to go. They're going to try and loot the clearing. They found a shield. Actually, that could be useful in this combat, so we'll have them trade it to me. And finish trade. And we're not buying drinks for the patrol. We're going to kill the patrol this day, so. All right. Gotta think how we're going to deal with this. So again, we're going to lure one of them with the heavy swordsman, who is invulnerable to their attacks with his heavy armor. Who's the most dangerous? I think this M4 star is the most dangerous. So we'll lure PHQ with C5. So now we have to pick who's going to be sort of the sacrificial lamb here. It's not going to be CHQ. So it's either a crossbowman or a pikeman. Crossbowman's sort of proven himself to be very valuable and a pretty good shot with his bow. So let's actually lure this M5. Yeah, let's lure this M5-3 guy here with C4. And good luck. And then P1, we're going to pile on to. So what we'll lure with CHQ, he's not going to end up being the target because we're going to deploy the other two. So we'll deploy the crossbowman first. We're going to deploy the crossbowman to CHQ's target here, P1. We'll deploy on the side, the H1 side. And last, we'll deploy this pikeman onto P1 as well. And I think we do this on... There's probably a right choice here. He's L4 on this side, so even if he does undercut, he's not going to damage him on that side. I forget what he is on the other side. I'm going to do M4. I'm not sure that's correct. Let me just look at my equipment here. My mace is activated. It doesn't say if it's alerted or not. I think I need to alert it. And I'm going to swing at... I'll swing at this one. All right, so these are the ones we're piling on. We just need to spread them out. And if he flips, he's got M4. So that was actually wrong, I think. Probably should have put him on his faster side so he doesn't get undercut if P1 changes tactics. But if they do line up, at least this M4 side is fast enough and will beat him his length. So if they line up, he'll kill him first if the horse is already dead. And to kill the horse, I need to swing with a heavy fight. I'll just use a fight H5. All right, see how this round goes. It looks like we survived. So on this sheet, it's going by speed this round. Oh no, this is round 1 again. So this is going by length. So the pike goes first, undercuts and kills the horse. Next would go the swordsman, who does undercut and hit the pikeman, but with light damage with 1 sharpness star. Pikeman is armored, so that turns to light damage, not enough to kill the pikeman with a medium vulnerability. Last, the mace is the shortest weapon on the sheet, so it goes last. But M3 overswung to heavy damage, undercuts the swordsman, who's still using the horse's speed, even though the horse has been killed. So still has a speed of 6. So it gets undercut by the mace and killed. Here, the great swordsman kills the horse, and PHQ hits the great swordsman, but medium damage with a 1 sharpness star does not kill the heavy and armored swordsman. And here we got the patrol 1 as well. So again, it goes by length. So the C2 with the pike goes first, lining up with and killing the horse. Actually, sorry, the crossbow's longer. So actually what happened is the crossbow went first, undercut and rolled a 1 and a 3. This crossbowman is really angling for a promotion here, doing heavy damage to and killing the horse. Then next goes a pikeman, who undercuts the swordsman and kills him. So actually it was the crossbowman who killed the horse, and the pikeman who killed the patrol. Great, so now we just get to pile on to PHQ here. And this should be perfectly safe. Just remember to deploy C5 last. So lure with anybody, and we'll start deploying them onto PHQ here. And just make sure that we deploy the great swordsman last. All right, so we all piled on. I guess I can alert my weapon again, might as well. Alert with that fight H6. I'll assign my target, which is PHQ. And I just want to spread everyone out here. There we go. That should be fine. All right, so who got the kill? Let's look at round summary here. Wow, the crosswoman got the kill. So the crosswoman, again, rolls a 2 and a 4 on the missile table. Decreases by 1 level from heavy to medium damage. Medium damage is enough to kill, so this crosswoman has been deadly this game so far. Never see it. And that's the end of combat. Again, another huge pile of things have fallen on the ground, including the patrol's 2 treasures and a set of armor that they had as well. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time here looting everything back up off the ground. And then we'll head toward the guardhouse. So writing orders for day 12, and the Black Knight's going to write 4 searches. And the company HQ is also going to write 4 searches. Company HQ goes first. Crossbowman is definitely the MVP. I've never seen a crossbowman hit that much. Normally they're missing. I mean, you have to remember that 1 time out of 3 they roll a 6 on one of the 2 dice. So in which case they're doing 3 damage less. So heavy, medium, light, negligible. So they basically just miss. 14 items in the clearing. So we're just going to basically pick everything back up. So we found the alchemist mixture, which is actually pretty interesting. This could come in handy. So this alchemist mixture acts like the spell Fiery Blast, which is it's a fireball, basically. It's a missile attack, a medium missile attack with 3 sharpness stars against every enemy in the clearing that you want to attack. So you can imagine this is devastating in battles like against the one we did against the rogues. So this could actually come in handy, depending on who we end up fighting. And oh, sorry, that was actually Company HQ. I should have had him trade with me, but we'll do it at the end of my turn here. Found the map of ruins again. Another horse. The royal scepter we did pick up, so that's good. And the horse, and we'll trade with the Company HQ here, and have the Company HQ just give me everything. Go ahead and alert a couple things here. Just activate all this stuff here. Activate some armor, just in case we need it. Nothing shows up. All right, one more day of looting should do it here. So 4 more searches from each of us. Black Knight goes first. There's 6 more items in the clearing, so this next loot is our last guaranteed loot. Found a horse. Now a 5 or less will find something. Nothing, and found another horse. Take a quick look here. We did find the T tremendous horse here, which is interesting. Having the ability to carry tremendous stuff can come in handy. We'll go ahead and alert the H7, H6 horse, which I think is a little better for us. And the Company HQ needs to roll a 4 or less to find anything. Finds the armor. Great. Nothing, and found a shield. So he's going to go ahead and trade that stuff over to the Black Knight. And the Black Knight can go ahead and alert that heavy armor. All right, so now we have to assign underlings. We have 9 days left in the term. So we've hired them for 14 days. We already used 5 of them, just killing the rogues and the patrol and looting all that stuff. I'm going to assign all these underlings to the Black Knight. And we're ready for day 14 here. We're going to have the Company HQ follow us, I think, because we have the extra move from the horse that we're riding. This can give us 5 moves. So move. And we can actually throw a hide in here. I think that's probably decent. We could run into something dangerous here in the ruins, so having 1 hide is probably prudent. We have an extra hire phase here from the Royal Scepter, but no one to hire. Company HQ is just going to follow us. So that means they don't write their own moves. They're just going to do, they're going to go on this at the same time as us and do whatever we do. Okay, so day 14, there's actually gray magic all over the board. They'll come into play once we start playing the magic characters. All right, Black Knight moves through Pine Woods and into ruins, fails to hide. And there are 2 heavy trolls that are probably going to come to us here. So the way that this works is the trolls are drawn to the roar sound chit here. When the Black Knight comes into ruins, the 2 heavy trolls come to the roar chit directly. But then the Company HQ follows us, and when they end their turn, the 2 heavy trolls move from the roar space, from clearing 6 here, to the location that we just entered. So we end up with the 2 heavy trolls on top of us, and we're gonna have to fight them. I think we're gonna be fine here. The Black Knight can kill one of these each turn, so the only question is, so we're gonna have to, someone's gonna be at risk here. I think we probably take one ourselves, although then we can't alert it, so wait, we can alert it, right? And we have a fight M3. No, I think what we do is so this CHQ, we don't want to put the CHQ in danger, and also CHQ can't possibly do enough damage to hurt these heavy and armored trolls. So I actually have CHQ lure one of them, and we're gonna alert our mace and cover CHQ. And CHQ will be perfectly safe because our fast mace will undercut and kill the troll before the troll can kill CHQ. And then we'll just have, we'll lure with, doesn't matter, the crossbowman. And then we're going to pile on with the heavy swordsman and the pikeman here. They'll all pile on. We'll have the pikeman deploy last, so we'll have a pikeman who will be possibly in danger, but probably not. So we'll lure with the crossbowman here. And start deploying. So deploy the heavy swordsman to the crossbowman's troll. Don't think it matters. We'll do the T4 side. And then we'll deploy the 2 heavy pikemen here. And they have to be on their heavy side to kill the troll. So both can be on their H6 side. Okay, so we have CHQ with 1 troll on their sheet, and then we have everyone else deployed against the other troll. I'm going to go ahead and alert my mace. I'll use that fight H6 again. I'm going to assign the target the troll, which is on CHQ's sheet here. And now we do positioning. So here I'm just going to overswing my mace with my H5 fight, covering CHQ. And over here, we'll spread everybody out. And we'll hope that repositioning goes in our favor here. Okay, looks like we have 2 dead trolls, and I think we survived. So on this sheet, round 1 goes by length. So presumably the CHQ goes first, undercuts and hits the troll, but their medium damage with 1 sharpness star is not enough to kill a heavy and armored troll. Next up in terms of length is the mace. Mace is speed of 3, undercuts the heavy troll with speed of 4. It's overswung, so it does heavy damage and kills the troll. Troll would have gone last with a length of 0, tooth and claw. Over here, again by length, so the 2 pikemen go first, and they both miss the troll. So one did a thrust and the other did a swing, but the troll ducked. So they both missed. But guess who it was that killed the troll? You won't believe it. But again, sorry, not the pikeman who go first. It's the crossbowman who went first. Rolled 2s, 2 2s, increasing heavy damage to tremendous damage, hitting the troll dead between the eyes, and that's another dead troll, and that crossbowman has killed more than the Black Knight has. It's too bad they can't go up levels or anything, because he would have definitely gone up a level by now. That's 2 dead trolls for a total of 10 fame and 10 notoriety. Nothing else really of interest here. There is Ruin C. And hanging out here and waiting for a bunch of goblins to come is like a strategy we could do. I do have a alchemist's mixture, which would make a big stack of goblins a lot of fun. I think we're going to move on. We're going to try and get to the guard to continue our cycle of selling off all of our stuff and killing the native groups to get it back. Particularly because we have that scepter that they'll give us fame for. Although we don't actually have any fame requirements. Let's activate this heavy armor while I'm thinking about it. So we're completely armored up. All right, day 15. We're going to move into Borderlands here and do some hides. And Company HQ will just follow us. All right, let's check out Borderlands. All right, so moving into Borderlands and we hide successfully. All right, so Slither and Stink C. Can actually look at what those would be. Slither is dragons, and Stink C is trolls. So we're up to a tremendous troll, which would be interesting. We could probably kill it with the help of our great swordsman. I think that's it for Stink C. Slither is also snakes, so we could get 2 heavy and armored snakes. So we're gonna have to move through the cave here, and then we'll go around this way to the guard. We could check out Deep Woods first. This is one way to get over to the Order, actually. Going through Cliff, finding the secret passage, and going to the chapel that way. In fact, that might be the only reasonable way to get to the chapel. Otherwise, you have to go all the way around here through these caves and high pass. It's like 12 days to get there. We're waiting for day 16 already. There's 28 days, so it would take us the rest of the game to get to the Order that way. I don't know if we have time. I mean, it depends how quickly we find this passage at Cliff. But if we go sell to and kill the guard, and then try and make our way back to the Order to sell everything to them, we may or may not have time before the end of the game to do that. We could give it a try. So we're going to move through the cave. Our horse is going to be inactivated when we enter the cave, but we should be able to use the horse move to go from here to here. So it should be move, move, and then a hide. Whenever you enter a cave, you end up having only 2 daylight phases, or you don't take your daylight phases, so you get only 2 basic phases instead of the normal 4. Fortunately, we have an extra phase from the horse, so we can move twice and do a hide. And the Company HQ is going to follow us. Okay, we move, horse was inactivated, move, move, and hide. And we can reactivate the horse at some point here. We can activate it now. So we actually got a huge stack of oh, sorry, we didn't get a huge stack. We got a tremendous troll here. The stack is mine, and is my natives here. So what we do to try and kill this thing, I suppose the crossbowman can take pot shots. It would require a 1 and a 2 or a 2 and a 2 to kill the troll, but with how the crossbowmen's been doing so far, that seems likely. So basically what we do is we lure with each of these folks, the pikemen, and deploy with everyone else on them. So actually we'll do this in reverse. We'll lure with the crossbowmen. I guess we're trying this, even though it's not 100% likely that we're going to succeed, but we'll give it a try. We can always run. So lure with the crossbowmen, and then we deploy in this order. We deploy the great swordsman. We need to deploy on the tremendous side, because that's the only side where you can actually damage the troll. And then finally, we'll deploy one of the 2 pikemen. It doesn't matter which one. They're going to be the one taking the risk in this combat. And again, it doesn't really matter which side. Actually, it does matter which side. We're going to deploy them on the H6-4 side because they're faster. And that will let them have a 2 in 3 chance of dodging the troll. Not going to deploy these other 2. They're not going to do anything to help us here. In fact, I probably just sit this combat out. I don't have any way to damage the troll. So my best weapon right now is a medium mace. So the most I can do is heavy damage. And this is a tremendous troll. So I'm not even going to bother targeting the troll. All right, positioning. Guess we just spread them out here. And we're hoping the troll misses the... Let's actually put it how we would want it to end up here. We want the great swordsman to line up with the troll, and we want the pikemen to not line up with the troll. That's what we would like it to look like at the end of the repositioning phase. So let's see what happens. Fortunately, the crossbowman rolled a 2 and a 4, decrease 1 level. So actually only doing medium damage and missing. The troll did reposition, so the swordsman missed. Troll also missed the the pikeman though, so everyone survived. So that's good. We do the same thing, but this time I think I will. I'm going to actually use some chits here to keep combat going. So if there's no damage fatigue or spellcasting 2 rounds in a row, combat ends. So again, we'll lure with the crossbowman here, deploy the great swordsman on the tremendous side, and at last we'll deploy a pikeman on their H6-4 side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll target the troll just so I can fatigue some chits here. All right, so positioning again. I'll just swing my H5 star here. This is fine. And I'm gonna use a maneuver too. I'm gonna use my H5 star maneuver. And this way, because I'm using 2 effort asterisks, I'm gonna fatigue a chit, which will keep combat from ending. And looks like some bad luck here. Crossbowman missed again, or decreased 2 levels, did light damage. The swordsman did not line up with the troll. Troll did line up with the pikemen, who actually changed tactics. So actually either way, the troll would have undercut the pikemen, but the first pikeman down. So I lose notoriety for that. I lose 3 notoriety for the loss of the hireling. All right, and I have to fatigue something. What do we not need here? I guess this move M4 is not terribly useful. All right, we're doing the same thing again, except now we're going to deploy the second pikeman last. Our last pikeman. All right, so deploying the Great Swordsman on their T4 side, and finally deploying this pikeman. And deploying the pikeman on their H6 4 side. And leaving CHQ out of danger for now. And I'm going to sit out this round of combat. Combat will not end this turn, so there's no reason for me to participate. So I'm not going to assign a target. We're going to position. I'll put the crossbowman down here. Should put the crossbowman here. I'll put the pikeman over here. So this is how I want. This is how I want positioning to end up at the end if they don't reposition. And we'll see what happens. And we did kill the troll. So what happened? Actually, the pikemen changed tactics, so they actually got slower. So they were in danger. They were about to be killed. But fortunately, both the swordsman and the troll repositioned down to the bottom. The troll ducked, and the great swordsman smashed. So the speed of 4 is the same as the attack speed of the troll, but the ties are broken by length, and the great swordsman's sword is much longer than the tremendous troll's tooth and claw. So the great swordsman goes first, and we have a dead troll, and I believe that's 8 fame and 8 notoriety. Yep, 8 fame and 8 notoriety. Down to 4. 4 of our initial 7. And we have a total of 18 fame and 51 notoriety. We're going to move this way. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3. We could actually move all the way to here. The only reason not to would be if we want to see what's in Maplewood. There could potentially be a campfire here. Although if there were a campfire, I think we'd go to space 5, which would be totally not useful for us because we're never going to go through the caves and find this passage to get there. So let's move to here, and that will give us the next day to move, trade, alert, and do some hides. Oh, I could rest too. I'll do some rests tomorrow. So that's my recorded moves for day 17. Company HQ will just follow me. Okay, so we move 5 times. We end up in Evil Valley in this safe clearing here. So we have 5 days left in our term with the company. I have quite a bit of things to see. 1, 2, 3 things to rest up here. I guess hiding doesn't really matter. So I could do 3 rests, alert, my free move. Oh no, I want to trade. Maybe alert doesn't really matter. I still have enough company that I'm not going to be luring one of these guys myself. So we'll do it this way. I'll do 3 rests. We'll rest up. I'll do a horse move. Although I can't sell the horse if I use it. Actually, probably want to inactivate the horse so we can sell it. Because we're going to sell everything. Yeah, so we're going to rest twice, move in and trade. That should be fine. Let's deactivate this scepter too. Let's make sure we can actually sell that as well. Go back. 2 rests, move, and trade. That's good. Okay. And Company HQ can just follow me. All right, we're going to rest 2 asterisks. We can get back the move M5, and we'll get back the fight M4 is fine. We'll move in and we're going to trade. We're going to sell to the guard, and we're just selling everything. I think we're selling everything. There's some chance we're going to regret selling all of our armor and horses if we get unlucky. Obviously, we don't want to sell the mace. We need that to kill the guard. So there's some chance that we get really unlucky and we're going to wish we had a horse or some armor in this fight, but I think we'll be okay without it. So we'll sell everything. That's a lot of money. We're up to 179 gold. And the company HQ is going to follow us. We're not going to buy drinks for the guard. Interestingly enough, so another side benefit of selling the scepter to the guard is they went from being our enemies to being just unfriendly. It actually doesn't matter. We're going to kill them anyway. So, but we're going to not buy drinks for them. And we're not going to lose notoriety. So they're going to battle us. That's fine. We were going to battle them anyway. So, we want to use CHQ last, I think, because he's a little bit more beneficial. He's going to help us looting the clearing and stuff. So if we can make him survive, that'd be good. The crossbowman's going to take one. Our great swordsman is going to take on one, and the pikeman's going to take on one. So they take on one each. And we'll leave CHQ out of the combat. We're not going to deploy them. I'm going to go ahead and activate my mace. Wait, shoot. Reset. I'm going to alert my mace. I accidentally clicked activate, which meant I inactivated it, but we just want to alert it. So we're going to alert the mace. That's fine. Now, who are we going to save here? Who are we going to help out? I think this is going to happen on range, so our swing is going to be too late to help prevent them from killing each other if that happens. Yeah, in fact, in all these cases, our range is not going to help out. It's going to be a matter of just our mace is going to come in afterward and finish off whoever was missed. Let's actually double up on the one the crossbowman is firing at. So we're going to position here. It doesn't really matter where we position. We just need to make sure we overswing the mace with a heavy attack. And these are all fine. These are all fine here. So let's see what happens in the first round of combat here. Looks like we got 2 of them. So here, and guess who just got another kill? Yeah, that's right. The crossbowman. So going by range first, the crossbowman rolls 2s, a 2 and a 2, increasing from heavy to tremendous damage. Gets guard 1 right between the eyes, kills him before I get a chance to do anything. And over here, they did not change tactics. So C5 undercuts and kills this guard. Here they missed each other. So now we go by speed. So now I think we're totally fine. What we'll actually do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who lures them. The mace is going to get the kill. I'll give the crossbowman a chance to get another kill here. Remember the crossbowman lure GHQ. See if he can do it again. Skip deployment. I'm going to alert my mace. Actually, I don't need to alert. My mace is already alerted because I didn't get a chance to hit anything. So I will assign this target. And I'm going to position swinging with my H6. So here the crossbowman's going to get another chance here to kill the GHQ, and then after that I should kill GHQ before GHQ has a chance to kill the crossbowman. So who got the kill? Well, this time the crossbowman decreased 2 levels, so went down to light damage. But fortunately, I was there with my speed 3 mace and killed the GHQ before he could kill the crossbowman. And that's the end of that combat. Up to 69 notoriety, nice number, and 183 gold. And we're sitting on this gigantic stack of stuff. So just piling a bunch of medium weapons on top of armor, on top of treasures, on top of all the horses and everything else we sold back to the guard. So let's work backwards here and figure out where we're going to sell all this stuff. So I think I decided getting to the soldiers is impossible because you have to go through the caverns here. And that's just not easy. So you go 1 day this way. You could go 2 days to here. 3 days to here. 4 days to here. Then however long it takes us to find the passageway. So say 6, 7 days or so. Yeah, we don't really have time, unfortunately. Oh, you know what will happen though? CHQ is going to become unhired pretty soon, and we can sell everything to CHQ. We have 4 days left, so that's what we'll do. We'll just loot as much as we possibly can here, and then we'll sell everything to CHQ when they become unhired. And that will probably end our game. So we just get to sit here and do a bunch of searches. And see what we find. A mace, an axe, another axe, and handy gloves. Handy gloves are actually really nice. I'll show them to you. We're not going to get a chance to use them probably, but... So handy gloves are a fight M3 chit. We actually do have a fight M3 chit, but has 2 effort asterisks. This is the same thing as that M3, but there's 0 effort. So we can use this fight M3 while maneuvering with our move H4 double star. Yeah, so those are really good. We'll go ahead and put those on. First, let's see what else we find. Breastplate, power gauntlets, ooh, map of ruins, and a shield. So I don't think we wear both of these, but power gauntlets are really nice too. So like the handy gloves, it's a fight chip. It's H4. It's got no effort asterisks. So these are both really good. I think we'll put the power gauntlets on. I guess we'll alert all this stuff too. And that's fine. Nothing shows up. And we'll just keep searching. Royal Scepter, we got it back. Found a horse, a helmet, alchemist's mixture we found. I would love to take advantage of that. Maybe what we do is we head back to the ruins and like try and wait there for some goblins. I don't know, we might have time for that. Let's go ahead and trade those things to myself. The Royal Scepter is actually negative 15 notoriety, so we definitely want to sell that. We do not want to hold onto that till the end of the game. Our notoriety is very important to us. All right, 9 more things in the clearing. Find a horse, a breastplate, another horse. So which horse is the best here? We have the H7, H6. We'll activate that. And we'll put this helmet on. So might as well activate the Royal Scepter. Okay, purple magic all over the board. There's also some chance that the guard come back. Just taking a look here, we have 2 days left in our term. If the guard come back, we'll probably buy them drinks and sell everything to them so we can kill them again. There's a 1 in 6 chance that they come back. All right, so we're searching again. 5 things left. Found a shield. Found our suit of armor again. Found a helmet and nothing. I'm gonna put that armor on. So fully armored up here. We just need this. That's everything. And the company HQ, there's only 2 things left. So we're looking for a 1 and a 2 or Snake Eyes to find the last 2 things, which he doesn't do. Patrol comes. Interesting. So I think we actually do buy drinks for them because we can, it's only day 21, so we can actually sell everything to them and kill them again. So buy drinks just so they don't battle us. They offer a challenge. We don't have fame as a one of our requirements here, so I think we do lose the fame here. Again, I just don't want to fight them because we want to sell everything to them and kill them and just get more gold. So I'm going to lose that 5 fame just to prevent combat from breaking out here. And on day 22, we're going to just double checking here. 1 day left, yeah. So we're going to have the company here for this battle. So might as well do a few searches, and last phase is going to be a trade where we sell everything to PHQ there. And company HQ, 4 searches, maybe they can find something for us. And they do go first, so they get 4 chances to find one of the 2 things left in the clearing there. But they do not. And Black Knight gets 3 chances to find one of those 2 things. Doesn't. And last phase here is going to sell to PHQ, and we're selling pretty much everything. We want to keep our activated mace. And I don't think we need the gauntlets or anything. Again, there's like some slight chance that we're going to wish we had a horse here. If things really go badly. But I think we're fine. Just basically stripping down, selling everything except our mace. Maximizing our gold here. Look at that big list of gold there. We're up to 324 gold. And we're not going to buy drinks for patrol. They battle us, which is what we want. And here we go. So the patrol have horses. I mean, we did this battle before. So we have fewer members of the company here. So we'll lure one with C5, who's perfectly safe. And again, I think this PHQ is the most dangerous with their M4. So we'll put them on C5. Then we'll have to choose one. I think we'll put one on the pikeman here. Then we'll do this M4 5 side and put P2 over here. That seems okay. And then we'll do the pylon thing. We'll lure the OHQ, and then we'll deploy the crossbowmen. And we'll also attack P1, I think. All right, so we're deploying the crossbowmen to the CHQ target on the H1 side. I'll go ahead and alert my mace with the fight H6. And I'm targeting the P1 here. All right, so positioning. This is fine. This is fine. And I got this wrong. Somehow I got CHQ being the target, which is not what I wanted. I thought I deployed the crossbowman last, but I might have done it backwards. So it's actually, too, I can't reposition this guy. Well, I might lose CHQ here, which would actually be unfortunate. Although CHQ might drop some stuff. No, they don't drop anything when they're hired. We do need to overswing, so he's a fight H5 here so we can kill the horse if necessary. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if CHQ dies here. Yeah, we did lose CHQ, which is unfortunate, but we did kill this patrol. This one killed the horse and survived, so that's good. Yeah, that's really a bummer, particularly because we could have sold stuff to CHQ. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Well, I misplayed that. Could have gotten a bunch more money, I think, if that was swapped and CHQ was up here and the crossbow was the target. Oh well. All right, 2 of these left. They are not on horses, so the heavy swordsman can lure PHQ here and we'll pile onto the other one. So again, I just remember the last one you deploy is the one who's going to be targeted. So what we'll do is we'll lure with the crossbowman and deploy the pikeman. Deploying onto the crossbowman's sheet here. We'll deploy on the, I think the M4 side is good. I'll alert my mace. I'm going to target this P2 here. Just try and keep the crossbowman safe here. All right. That's all fine. So everyone missed, huh? So missed here. And everyone missed here. So no one died this round. So I'll have to repeat that. We'll have to do it. We'll have to just play a maneuver so we can fatigue something. Back. Oh, this is fine. I'll deploy. And deploy. I think this is fine. Yes, now the pikeman's in the right place here. All right, positioning. And I need to swing with my H5, and then I also need to throw in a maneuver here, my H5 maneuver, so that I fatigue something, so combat doesn't end. All right, so we got the swordsman here, the patrol. Looks like C2 got them. Because the crossbowmen flipped to their slower side, so they did not undercut. They missed the P2. But the pikemen lined up, and they had the same speed of 4. Pikeman is longer, so hits the P2 first and kills them. Here they missed. I need to fatigue something, so I'll fatigue one of my fight M4s. And now we're going to lure and deploy here. We'll just deploy the heavy swordsman last, great swordsman. All right. Assign the target. And positioning, put the crossbowman there, the pikeman here, and I'll go up top here. And who got the kill? Let's see. Guess who got the kill? Well, obviously the crossbowman. Rolling snake eyes, increasing 2 damage from heavy to tremendous to maximal damage. Undercutting and killing the PHQ, actually probably just going directly through him and nailing him to a tree. That's how strong that blow was. Good job, Crossman. This is your last day too, and you survived. That's the end of the combat. They are all unhired. So now I'm alone. I have 5 days left to do what I can. So this is where I'm really messed up. Where I got the CHQ killed, so I can't loot this stuff and sell it back to CHQ. And then with 5 days left, it's really unlikely I'm going to get to the order in time. One day. I mean, can you get a horse here, right? So one day, 2 days, 3 days. I mean, I'd have to find that passage in maybe like 1 or 2 phases and like book my way over there without hiding. Probably not the right thing to do. I don't know if there's a, yeah, I think if there was there could be a campfire here in Pinewoods. And it would be right here in 5. So I think that would be my only possible way to sell stuff again, would be if there's a campfire in 5 and I get lucky and the bash cars or the lancers show up, or the wood folk. So let's just do that. We'll loot for a few days. We'll head over to Pinewoods, try and be hidden, and just see if we get lucky. Well, we wouldn't probably be there for a couple days to try and get a native group to show up. So anyway, let's do some searching. Start looting stuff back up here. Found a helmet. Couldn't put that on. Another day of looting. Found the handy gloves. And a horse. Horse is good. Two, 3, 4. Let's do one more day of looting. It's kind of unlikely we're gonna be able to sell this stuff, but put that armor back on. And let's go see. Day 26. Let's go see if there might be a campfire here. So that's 4 moves and a hide in Pinewoods. We failed to hide, so let's see if we get eaten by something here. No, we don't. Dank W, that's like snakes, I think. Yeah, so I think that's the last chance we had. Because I think if anything shows up here, it's going to be at the end of the day. So we won't have a chance to actually, will not have a chance to trade with anything that shows up here, even if the guards regenerate on day 28. Do a few searches and do some searches and hides. Just be safe here. And the guard doesn't come back anyway, so that's the end of the game. Could have gotten even more gold if we were smart about it and kept the CHQ from dying, but as it is, that is a win. And here's the breakdown if you're interested. We needed 2 points of notoriety, total of 40. We recorded 75, plus we picked up something that was worth 6. Actually made a difference. Yeah, so the handy gloves plus the power gauntlets give us 6 notoriety, which pushed us from... We would have had, less than twice what we recorded, but we ended up with more than twice what we needed. So we ended up with 6 points there for that. 2 basic and 4 bonus. Gold, we needed 90. We recorded 326. Minus 40 for our starting equipment is 286. So that is 6 basic and 18 bonus points. So a total of 33 points, 3 from fame, even though we didn't record it. We still got some points for that. So 33 points, that's I think that's a little less than we got for the Berserker, maybe about the same. But certainly Black Knight is one of the more powerful characters in the game. Very easy to score high points with. But as you can see, it requires a lot of sort of, strategies which may be less interesting, in my opinion. And a lot of denizen combat, which also requires a lot of thought. So not my favorite character to play, but certainly a very powerful one. And if you're interested in finding out more about native on native combat, then certainly picking up the Black Knight and giving it a try is a good way to get a good primer on that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to continue to do this. Next up would be the Captain, I believe, would be the third character or fourth character. We got Amazon, Barbarian, or Berserker. Amazon, Berserker, Black Knight, and next would be the Captain. So hope to see you next time, and I will see you then. Bye now.